Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got some big updates to share with you all. Charles Schwab, the massive wealth management financial services company, is talking about entering into the crypto market. However, the SEC, they are at it again, and the reason why Charles Schwab is not in the market yet is because of the SEC. And of course, we know the SEC is holding up a Bitcoin ETF. They got a lawsuit against Ripple XRP, and this is bad for the rest of the market. So we're going to talk about the implications of all that. In addition, it seems like Turkey is not banning crypto. Given the recent headlines, it seems like they're just going to regulate it. We have some updates there. And Robinhood has made an update with their team regarding crypto trading. We're going to break it all down. Before I get into it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, friendly reminder, I have a free weekly newsletter. Please sign up, link in the description, all crypto insights and knowledge. So the market, not much happening. Still moving sideways, still consolidating, still building support levels, right? We have to be patient here. The altcoins follow Bitcoin's move. Bitcoin corrected big time, huge drop, but that's okay. As we've been talking about, we're still on track. These corrections in a bull market are healthy. They are normal. If you've been in the market for a number of years and experienced the bear and bull markets, you would understand what's happening here. So we haven't hit the top of this cycle yet. We're still getting started, guys. So Bitcoin's going to consolidate, move sideways, build support levels, and then we will see a breakout upwards. I think the next target is 75,000. So we'll see. We're only $25,000 away. Right now, we're just over $50,000. And like I said, all coins will follow Bitcoin's move. So Charles Schwab, obviously major wealth management financial services, well-known brand, publicly traded companies. They have locations all over the country. Many of you are familiar with it. Well, here's the headline. Charles Schwab & Co. is a budding cryptocurrency convert and will enter the market in a big disruptive way, says its CEO. But, and here's a huge but, not before the SEC says it barks or quacks. The $7 trillion Westlake, Texas brokerage previously said its RIAs, registered investment advisors, were indifferent to digital assets. Now, Schwab CEO Walt Bettinger admits clients are excited. Yeah, no kidding, right? It's just a matter of time before all these dominoes fall, like Charles Schwab and E-Trade and many of the others, right? You guys may have seen my interview with, let me pull it up here so you guys know who I'm talking about. So Rick Edelman, who heads up, obviously, Edelman Financial Services, runs the largest registered investment advisor council, and he's trying to educate the different investment advisors about cryptocurrencies so they can bring it to the masses, right? This is another avenue for people to invest. So I'll put a link to this interview in the description. But guys, it's just a matter of time. And you see Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, all these folks are here. But notice what he said. They're waiting on the SEC. So the SEC is a thorn in our asses here. Speaking for the crypto market, they are preventing more of these companies from entering into the market, going full out, right? They're holding up a Bitcoin ETF and other ETFs, obviously, Ethereum, XRP, ETF, and so on and so forth. And of course, they have this BS lawsuit against Ripple about XRP. And as we've been talking about and covering it on this channel, the outcome of the Ripple lawsuit is going to determine how they address the rest of the crypto market. So let me give the details, at least here, for Charles Schwab, which it would be huge, obviously, if they enter into the market. So only 18 months ago, Charles Schwab & Co. said crypto was off its radar. We know that's BS. That's smoke and mirrors. Now CEO Walter Bettinger is a convert. But he's holding off on the zealousness just yet. He told analysts the Westlake, Texas company is ready to crash the cryptocurrency market in a highly competitive and disruptive way, just as soon as federal regulators figure out how to define it. Rewind to September 2019, and Schwab was warning investors that cryptocurrencies were purely a speculative instrument. Now, complete 180, right? They're ready to jump into the market and make a splash, get as much market share as possible because there's money to be made here. The genie's out of the bottle. The train has left the station. They cannot stop it anymore. Bitcoin and the crypto market is here to stay. So if the company decides to participate in the crypto market, we will be highly competitive and we will be disruptive. We will be client oriented, he said. Schwab's big change is presumably in response to its clientele. Before, it said clients were indifferent to crypto, not so much now. We can certainly see some of the client excitement, Bettinger told analysts. The company's approach, he said, is to look closely but cautiously at the crypto market until the SEC decides whether cryptocurrency is a security or actual currency. Yo, this gets me so angry. It boils my blood. And here's why. Because not only of this BS lawsuit against Ripple, but guys, the shadiness that is going on at the SEC. Here, attorney John Deaton laid it out. Here's his tweet. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but in October 2020, One River starts investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum. In December 2020, Jay Clayton he issues a direct attack on XRP, making the ridiculous claim that XRP is a security per se, and then leaves the SEC forever. So he filed this in his last week, right, in the last days of the SEC. But take a look at this. In March 2021, just 3 months later, One River hires Jay Clayton. And as I discussed in my interview with Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, I said, look, this seems like some conflict of interest. Something weird is happening here. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Something smells fishy. You guys know the situation, right? So even William Hinman, who was at the SEC and said Ethereum is not a security, he's now at a company that, of course, is invested in Ethereum. So some shady things happening here. But not only that, they're dragging their feet. We have Canada approving multiple Bitcoin ETFs, even Ethereum ETFs. And the United States doesn't have one yet. And they're issuing lawsuits against different crypto companies. Obviously, Ripple wasn't the first, but Ripple is the most high profile. And of course, we know it is a BS lawsuit. You cannot use an 80-year-old Howey test to judge digital assets on networks. It's just BS, right? So once again, I'm very upset by this. I just see the US lagging behind here. And the great thing about it, as we've been talking about, this Ripple case is getting a lot of eyeballs, a lot of media attention around it. And I think that's going to put pressure, and I think it's going to force Congress to act, because it just seems like the SEC can't get out of its own way. It's really ridiculous. They need Congress to just come in and put them in their proper place, right? So here, even Bloomberg Law covered this. Here's the headline. Cryptocurrency's future in the US is threatened by the SEC action against Ripple. And this was dated April 19th, just recently. So it's great to see these large media companies and sites and so forth are covering this. And I think this will put pressure on the SEC, because this is ridiculous. I mean, even Brazil has Bitcoin ETFs approved. And what are we doing here in the United States? It's just bullshit, right? So I'm hoping, like I said, guys, I'm optimistic that Congress, that we have multiple congressmen and congresswomen who are now putting out legislature and laws and like the Token Taxonomy Act to try to get this thing in the right position. And we see multiple governors and mayors across different cities. I, of course, interviewed the mayor of Miami, and he talked about wanting to adopt Bitcoin and accept it for tax payments and put Bitcoin on the city's treasury reserve. So these actions, I'm hoping, will force Congress and influence Congress to do the right thing, to bypass the SEC and put things in the right place, because we're just seeing just multiple roadblocks here as a result of the SEC. I mean, look at this. Charles Schwab, $7 trillion under assets under management. They want to enter the market. Imagine the floodgates this would open up to people coming into the market. And they can't, because of the blasted SEC. This is just ridiculous. I feel bad for Hester Peirce, who I've interviewed. She sometimes, in the interview, if you guys haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. She seems like sometimes she's talking to herself, because the other people there are not listening to her. And I'm hopeful, man, that maybe Gary Gensler is a bit different, given that he understands. But let's see what happens. I think Congress is going to have to do this, guys. Now, We heard some FUD recently that Turkey was looking to ban crypto, but here's an update. Turkey's central bank head says crypto regulations coming, denies total ban ahead. So as we talked about, any of these countries who are stupid enough to go try to ban crypto, they will become irrelevant. Their economies will die. That is not hyperbole. They will become like the blockbusters of countries where they did not adopt, they did not innovate, they did not go with the change that's happening, the disruptive technology, and they become completely disruptive and going out of business. Now, obviously, this is a country, it's not a business, but it's great to see that there's some backtracking here or some clarity, but if they had tried to ban Bitcoin crypto, it would be so stupid, right? So the head of Turkey's central bank ruled out a total ban of cryptocurrencies and said a wide range of crypto regulations is coming within 2 weeks. Speaking on the state-run channel TRT, Governor, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, Sahab, I can't pronounce his last name, said you cannot fix anything by banning crypto, and we do not intend to do this. Awesome. Great to hear, Turkey, because you would have it would be on the train to oblivion where you would just get wiped out your economy. So here's some interesting news here, and I know this is going to trigger a lot of people. Bitcoin incentivizes renewable energy, agree Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey. Yes, I kind of get that. They do need to fix this mining thing because obviously Bitcoin is using a lot of energy. And I'm not saying that that's entirely bad or wrong. I think obviously the traditional financial world uses more energy and Bitcoin's pros outweighs its cons. But they do need to find ways to reduce the carbon footprint. I absolutely agree with that. And as I've interviewed with Energy Web CEO, let me pull it up here for you guys if you haven't seen that, Walter Kook, I interviewed him a month ago, and he's working like with Ripple and he's working with Bitcoin miners to help reduce the carbon footprint of the blockchain crypto industry. So I think things are in the works, and I agree with this sentiment, but they need, it doesn't come off too well on its face. Reading a headline like that, you're like, what? Are you kidding me? But I know there's folks working on fixing this, but nevertheless, this is interesting. Finally, everybody's setting up shop here for the crypto market. Robinhood announces new COO to lead crypto trading desk. With the company's crypto business expanding significantly, Robinhood has appointed a chief operating officer to lead its cryptocurrency operation. So everybody's building out their teams. Everybody's trying to build new services, get ahead of the mainstream adoption, because once again, this bull run still has more to go, my friends. I know right now it doesn't seem that way, but there's still more to go. And these are signs of there being more to go. These companies are still investing. They're still building. They're expanding. They're making acquisitions, right? Recently, we talked about Mike Novogratz's Galaxy Digital is looking to acquire BitGo. So this is why you can't just look at technical analysis. You have to look at the news. You have to look at adoption, who's entering to the market, who's hiring who. This gives you an understanding of where the market's at. Right? Is it indeed going into a bear market? Well, these companies are not going to make as much money in the bear market, so they're not going to look to expand necessarily, right? But guys, it's amazing to see this happen. It's amazing. I've been here since late 2016, and the dichotomy of 2016 versus 2021, it's night and day. You didn't get these type of bullish news, so the market is totally validated now. The asset class is totally validated, and we're just seeing more and more people enter in. So guys, the SEC is killing us right now. They're really holding us up. It's so annoying, but we got to be patient, and I think Congress is going to have to step in here, because look at this. I mean, these companies want to jump in, and just what's going on with Ripple and XRP. The SEC is just bullshitting right now, and the Bitcoin. Where's the Bitcoin ETFs? Where's the Ethereum ETFs? XRP ETFs? It's just ridiculous at this point. Let's see what comes in or happens in the coming months, and maybe we move in the right direction. Maybe Congress does something here. Guys, let me know what you think about this news. Hit the thumbs up button, share this content, and I'll talk to you all later.